These matches are really coming as fast as Amazon packages. We just defeated terrorism on Sunday, and we already have to look ahead because the Champions League is back. And we have a huge matchup on Wednesday where Real Madrid will be hosting Juventus at the Bernabéu. And this is a must-win game. Just like I told you during the Club World Cup, I'm not worried about the Pasta Mafia, Mario and Luigi FC. We should win this game comfortably. Italian teams have fallen off massively. They are not on good form, and I don't expect that to turn around against us. This is our competition. We need number 16 very soon. And I don't want to underestimate them that much because I remember what happened last season against AC Milan. But at the same time, this game is the one that's right before El Clasico. So I need this to be a match that we make a statement. When I'm looking at our UCL league phase, we got a bunch of fallen giants. Juventus, Man City, and look at how Liverpool looked this season. I'm feeling so confident with the group that we have. I don't think we should be losing any game based off how everyone else looks. But this should definitely be an interesting match. I need you guys to get in the comment section. Let me know what you're saying for this game. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. You know what I do on these match previews. We're going to look at both teams, and then at the end, I will be predicting the starting 11 that I think Xabi Alonso is going to put out there. Let's get started with Real Madrid. So we are currently sitting second in the Champions League table. We are perfect so far. 2 games, 2 wins. We beat Marseille at home, and then we had to travel across the globe to Kazakhstan where we slapped up Kairat Almaty, okay? Being a bit shameless there, by the way. But we are perfect so far. I expect this to continue. Top 8 is a must. I am not trying to be in a situation where we have to play in a round of 32, essentially, like last season, right? We need to automatically qualify for the round of 16. And I think we're going to do that. We've had a good start to the UCL in terms of results. And nobody that we're playing against, I view as an actual threat. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And I know that some of you guys may not agree with that. Now, in La Liga, we're currently at the top. I'm feeling a bit lonely. We have a huge game against Barca after this Juve one. But in 9 games, we have 8 wins, 1 loss, plus 11 goal difference, right? 20 goals scored, only 9 conceded. I think our performances could have looked a little bit better in some of these games, especially the last one that we had against Getafe, where we only won 1-0. But at the same time, we're finding ways to get over the line, right? In that game against Getafe that we just had, they were not trying to play football, right? They set up with 8 men behind the ball. I told you guys yesterday, I needed their manager arrested for terrorism with those kind of tactics. Mbappé bags the goal for us. Arda Güler gets the assist. What's new? These two have been linking up all season really well. I thought overall our performance was okay. I thought we did create decent chances, but we just weren't as clinical. But when you're going against a team that's just trying to sit back and a team that's just trying to leave with a draw, it's not that much you can do. And to be honest, I don't expect Juventus to play us like that. They also got 2 red cards as well. I'm seeing people crying about that. It's lovely. I don't mind. But I don't think Juve are going to come to our ground and set up as defensively as some of these La Liga teams have. Now, the last time that we lost a game was against Atleti, where they did beat us 5-2, right? And this Juventus match, on paper, is our second best team that we've played of the season, right? But we have to overcome what we suffered last season, which was losing in the big games. Like I said, we played AC Milan at the Bernabéu. We all thought we were going to win that game. I had to watch Rafael Leao look like prime Neymar on my back line. I think Alvaro Morata's bum ass scored against us as well. Don't piss me off, man. But let's look at the last time that we played Juve, because we did go against them while Xabi Alonso was our manager. And that was in the Club World Cup, where we knocked them out of the tournament 1-0. Gonzalo Garcia had to pack Sopranos FC up and get them out of here. Now, we cooked them. I know people are going to look at the scoreline and they're going to say, oh, it was only 1-0. And that's how you know who watched the match or not. Their goalkeeper was on smoke. This man was moving like Thibaut Courtois mixed with some Casillas, right? Little bit of Manuel Neuer and just some Gigi Buffon sprinkled in there. That's the kind of performance that he had. This brother was saving everything. We beat Juve, and their goalkeeper was man of the match. He was phenomenal. But besides the opening 15 minutes, because that's when Juve were better. Juve were better the opening 15, 20 minutes. After that, they were getting locked up. Colomwani, I remember, early in the game, was through on goal. It was a little bit of a difficult angle, but he skied his shot over the bar. After that, nothing. Yildiz. This man was in Trent's pocket. Conceição did nothing. We dominated them. 1-0 makes it look like the game was close, but it was not. And funny enough, in this match, you see that Xabi Alonso, because in the Club World Cup, we played a 3-5-2. You see that he played Jude and Arda together. I wonder why he does not do that now. Hopefully we do that against them this time again, because it works. But yeah, Arda played well that game. Valverde, they were both good. Gonzalo Garcia in the Club World Cup was on smoke. Imagine what Mbappé is going to do. Hopefully what he does. You know what I'm saying? But this is the last time that we played Juve. So, yeah, look, let me know what you're saying about Real Madrid's form heading into this match. Now, let's talk about the ops. Man, like Mafia FC. So, Juve in the UCL. Where are they currently sitting? Wow, Juventus are sitting 23rd, and they have 2 draws. So, in 2 games, they haven't won. They have a 0 goal difference. Wow. 6 goals scored and 6 goals conceded. What the hell is going on with Juve? That's actually mad, the fact that, and I don't even know who they played in the UCL already, but I don't really care, right? Now, looking at where they are in Serie A, they're sitting in 7th. How the mighty have fallen. I'm going to be real. Serie A, it's a competitive league, but it's not fun to watch. I find it very slow. I find it boring. And I remember people talk about how great it used to be. And funny enough, when I first started watching football, back after the World Cup, right? I started watching 2014-15, that season. The first Champions League I ever watched was Barcelona versus Juve. They used to have some absolute ballers. I remember they had Paul Pogba, Pirlo, Dybala, etc. And now look at them, down there in 7th. When I first started watching football, Juve were the best team in Italy. And now look at them. Their recent form, look, in 7 games, they only have 3 wins. They got 3 draws and 1 loss in Serie A, plus 2 goal difference. 9 scored, 7 conceded. Look at the form that they are on. They haven't won a game since September 13th. They are drawing every match. And then they just lost to Como. You who had to give them belt to ass, right? Man like Nico Paz, cooking them. He just gave them a little appetizer for what's to come on Wednesday. By the way, we're bringing this absolute monster back to Madrid for only 10 million. Imagine that. This player rejected a 70 million move to Tottenham. He's coming back to Madrid next summer for 10 million. This is arguably the best player in Serie A. He is fucking cooking. Brahim Diaz, pack your bags immediately. You are finished at this club. Big up for all that you've done. But maybe you would fancy a move to the Prem. Maybe Arsenal might want you. Or a City. Maybe, yeah, you can go back to City, bruv. But yeah, look, Nico Paz, I had to send my young G to let them know Wagwan on Wednesday, bruv. Yeah, Como beat them 2-0. Nico Paz, goal. Yo, his goal was mad, by the way. What a player. I'm so excited for this guy to come back. But yeah, this is literally Juve's last match, bruv. Literally. 2-0 to Como, bro. That is crazy when you think about it, right? Now, let's look at some of the injuries that they do have, because it is a few notable names, right? And the one that I'm looking at the most is Bremer, right? Who is arguably their best defender, the Brazilian center back. And I feel like this guy is always injured. What's up with him? How is he always out? He recently got injured as well, but I feel like every season this guy is missing a couple of months. I'm always seeing his name in the news for an injury. So this is actually crazy when you think about it. But yeah, no Bremer. So their defense isn't as strong as it could have been, right? You also have these guys as well. Fabio Moretti, Cabal, and then, yeah, see, I can't pronounce this name. Hey, look, I didn't take Italian in school, okay? We had to take Spanish, at least where I live. Italian was never an option. But, I mean, look, let me know what you guys are saying about Juve's form, about their injuries, and if you think that Gabagoo FC have a good chance against Real Madrid. Now, let's get into some of our updates. Now, in the match that we had against Getafe, David Alaba was subbed off at halftime. And I knew that he had an injury because he didn't play bad to get taken off. And it's been confirmed that he does have a slight overload in his right leg, but they're saying that it doesn't seem serious. Now, Xabi Alonso, right? And I do want to bring this up first. Now, look, Xabi Alonso, he did bring up, because they asked him about it after the match, because Courtois at the end had a little shake as well, which we cannot be having that. But he said Courtois is okay, but he said we will evaluate Alaba. So what that tells me is Alaba's not playing on Wednesday. I can tell you that right now. And if he's saying that Courtois is okay, then in theory, he should be out there Wednesday. But maybe we should give him a rest because Courtois has played every single game since Xabi Alonso has been here. I would not mind seeing Lunin out there. Now, they're saying that Courtois will be ready for El Clasico. It's not saying anything about Juve. I would rest him personally, right? Courtois is way too important, and Lunin is too good of a keeper for him to not have gotten any minutes so far. With the form that Juve is on, he could definitely go out there. But as long as Courtois is fit for El Clasico, it's calm, right? Now, Housen, he missed our match against against Getafe, and they're saying that he's a doubt for the Juve game. Now, I'm hoping that he can make the squad at least. Maybe not start, but we do need this guy, right? Housen is our best defender, and this could have been a revenge game for him. So we're going to keep an eye on this, right? Because it's not confirmed that he's out, but it's not certain that he will be out there. So that's why I had to mention it. And what's crazy is that currently, right now speaking, at the time of me recording this video, we only have 2 fit center backs at the club, Eder Militao and Raul Asensio. That is mad when you think about it. So, look, we got a little injury crisis going on in our back line as well, but I do think everything is going to work out. Now, we talked about Dean, right? Now, I think Danny Carvajal and Trent will be available because both of them returned to training last week. We already looked at the pictures of them training with the first team, But Carvajal actually is not going to be available. Carvajal is suspended in the Champions League. I forgot. So he's not going to be able to play. I do think we may see Trent. I doubt he starts, but I think he'll get some minutes that match. Rudiger is still out until early November. Ferland Mendy is back as well, but I don't think we'll see him against. I don't think we're going to see Mendy for a while. He was out for damn near 6 months. And then, like I said, Danny Carvajal does have a suspension because of what happened in that match against Marseille. I'm actually not sure how many games he's going to miss, but I can tell you he will not be there for this game against Juve. Now, let's get into the best part of every single match preview. We got to predict this 11. If you guys are still here, man, big up to your damn self. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, get in the comment section, and let me know what you're saying for this, right? Now, I do want to change the formation. I think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1, right? Like, I'm tired of fighting for Xabi Alonso to play the back three when we all know that the 3-5-2 is what we probably do best in. But this guy's not going to do that, man. Like Xabi Alonso just seems that he wants to play this back four, whatever. Now, I would start Luna in this game. This is my bold prediction, right? I don't think that Courtois needs to be out there if, there are some injury things that are going on, right? Now, at right back, I think it'll be Valverde once again. Matter of fact, I'm going to just hope and pray that he actually proves me wrong. We're going to do the 3-5-2. We're going to do the 3-5-2. Okay, people? Now, we're going to go Militao. Tchouaméni. And Asensio. Actually, I think it'll actually be Alvaro Carreras. I actually think he'll do Alvaro Carreras. I don't know about Asensio being a left-sided center back. And on top of that, right, to me, I think he has to find a way to get these midfielders on the pitch at the same time. So I think at left wing back, we haven't seen Fran Garcia in a while, bro. I doubt he'll start him in this game. That's the thing. So, who do we play here? You know what? I'm going to say that he goes Fran Garcia. I'm going to make this bold prediction, chat. In the midfield, I think it'll be Jude, Camavinga, Arda. Arda and Jude can play together. They did it in the Club World Cup. They can do it now. It's not that big of a deal. And then Valverde at right wing back with Mbappé, who's on smoke right now, and Vinícius. This is the way. Xabi Alonso. This is the way. It's not hard, bro. It's not. This is how you got to line up, my guy. This is how we cook. Go back to what we did in the Club World Cup, and I'm telling you, the football will be so much more fluid. Now, before we wrap, I do want to look at Juve's squad because they do have some talent, right? Like in attack, they have Vlahovic, who, I think he was definitely a bit overrated. A couple years ago, he was like one of the best strikers on the market. He hasn't really lived up to the hype after getting that move from Fiorentina. They did just sign Jonathan David on a free. You got Conceição. You have Milik, Luis Openda, who got a move from RB Leipzig. Okay. Midfield. Now, this guy is who I'm really worried about, right? Yildiz. Yildiz is an absolute baller, right? We have to keep our eyes on him because he's going to be the guy that causes problems. Let me see. Manuel Locatelli is a decent midfielder. Got the American Weston McKennie. Okay. No Brenner. Who else in this back line really worries me? Lloyd Kelly. That's random. Yeah, he was out there. Yeah, Daniel Rugani. Yeah, mid defense. But their goalkeeper, right? I think it was this guy that had the masterclass against us. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But look, people, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications.